gonna add the powdered sugar because powdered sugar will fly all over. You wanna add it gradually.
Wait. Sabihin ulit na. Yung ba good side mo? Nasaan ang good side mo?
Alin? Tina, alin?
You wanna be here? You wanna stay here?
Alin, Tina?
Yan, diyan ka lang.
Sa likod ako?
Diyan ka lang! Nakagala!
Hello everybody!
Teka, bakit blue yung hat mo?
Tama na yun, para bagong outfit eh.
Hindi, ayoko ng blue.
O tama na, wag nang mag-hat. Wag nang mag-hat.
Okay.
Wag nang mag-hat.
Okay.
Wag nang mag-hat.
Kunyari ibang araw na to, gano'n.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, Rod Milaro po and welcome to another cooking segment. Right next to me is my very good friend, Malu Lorenzo, a graduate of French Pastry School here in Chicago. Siyempre, hindi natin palalampasin yun. So right now, today, she's gonna be making, anong gagawin mo?
We're gonna make cream puffs with ube cream cheese filling.
The kitchen is yours, ladies and gentlemen. Malu Lorenzo. All yours.
So to start, we have 1 cup of milk, 1 stick of butter, which is 1/2 cup, and then we have 1.5 teaspoons of sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So to start, you put the milk into your pot. Just do that. To wipe your hands. Add the salt and sugar as well. Okay, so what we will do is wait for this to simmer and for all the butter to melt. So we'll give it a few minutes. So the butter is almost melted. If you notice, I am using low heat because you don't want it to burn. You're also not after it boiling. You will just want it to simmer. I will quickly add all of the all-purpose flour. Again, it's a cup and 2 tablespoons. So you put that in. Give it a quick mix. Turn off the heat. Then, once that's mixed, we'll turn the heat back on, low heat, and cook it an additional minute. Mostly so that you will get rid of the taste of the flour, so it doesn't taste as starchy. Alright, so you see it's much smoother now. When you mix it, it comes away from the sides and the bottom of the pan. So this is ready. We are going to transfer the dough into our mixer. Here our paddle attachment. So the purpose of this step is to just add the eggs to the dough, but before we add the eggs, you mix it for a few seconds just to cool it a little bit, so the eggs don't cook when you add it to the dough. So maybe 35 seconds or so. So this is 5 large eggs. I try to add them, maybe I save until the end because then I check first the texture of the dough to see if it's correct. 3 of the eggs. Let's raise the speed a little bit. This is medium-low speed until now. Add 1 more for now. Looks like we're not gonna need all 5 eggs because is, okay, you take the bowl off, I'll show you. When you lift your paddle, and here, let's do it this way. You have to lift it and see if it forms a V. It kind of comes down on its own and it forms a V. Then that's the consistency. So next step is we will put the dough into our piping. Okay. Another tip, this is a piping bag and I put a piping tip in it. If you don't have one, you can just use a scoop to put the dough. And then what I did was I drew circles on the back of the parchment paper so that they're all the same size. Okay. And then another thing that I like to do that makes it easier to fill a piping bag is I find a container that kind of fits in, and then you can do it this way so it doesn't spill or it's not, you know, awkward to fill it out. Just do it this way. Okay, let's fill it up. This recipe should make about 18 pieces, I would say. Oh, it's runny. It's fine. So you just put them into the circle. You want to make them kind of the mounds kind of tall, so that you'll have. See how there's kind of like there's a little pointy part. I like to flatten that because that can burn in the oven. Because we're cooking at such a high temperature. Okay, so this is ready to go in the oven. So you bake the dough at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. It will depend on your oven. Just make sure to take it out when it's golden brown.
Go.
Okay, so now we're gonna make our ube filling. What I have in my mixer is 1/2 cup of unsalted butter. I always use unsalted because then I can control the amount of salt that I put in whatever recipe I'm making. And then you wanna also have 8 ounces or 1 whole block of cream cheese. These have both been softened to room temperature. The reason for that is when you mix it together, it will mix properly and you won't have any lumps. If it's too cold, then it's not gonna mix properly. Okay, I also have 1/2 cup of ube jam. So I'm gonna put that in now. Oops. Okay, so now I put the mixer on medium-low speed first to mix it. And then I raise the speed to medium. So you're gonna put in 1/2 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, no imitation. 3 teaspoons of ube extract. So that's there for taste and for color as well. So you start slow again so it doesn't splash. The powdered sugar. Again, what I do is I put it in with the mixer off because it's going to fly all over the place. So I only add about maybe 2/3 of what I have. This is 2 cups of powdered sugar. Only about 2/3 first because we'll see first how the texture goes. And you also want to taste it. So it's hindi masyadong matamis. So it's a little runny. So I'm gonna add some more. I think we can use all of this. And then it goes into the piping bag. Okay. What I did in my case was I poked a hole at the bottom of the cream puff. I use a round tip to do it. You can also use a small knife. If you don't want to do it this way, it's also an option for you to cut the cream puff halfway across and just spoon the filling in. If you want to do it that way, that's okay too. Okay. And just pipe, press. You'll kind of feel it filling up. There you go. So put one let's here. Do another one. Put it here. Again, pipe. You'll just kind of feel when you know that there's enough. Okay, so to finish, you can just do a little sprinkle of powdered sugar. This is our finished product. Ron, I have two good friends here. They've been watching the taping. Can I call them in to taste the ube puffs? Okay, so my friends Tina and Carol, come on in.
Hi. It's so delicate
And the
and light.
sweetness is just enough.
Perfect.
Not too sweet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sawa.
All right.
You know, this is one of Malu's specialty. The French pastries are usually her. Thank you, Malu.
You're very welcome.
I hope you all enjoy this video, everybody. Si Ron Bilaro po until the next dish, or maybe a set of guests. You never know. All right, bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.